We just got back from seeing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we'll have your non-spoiler review right after this. Hi folks, welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are here to give you our non-spoiler review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You know, with the Mission Impossible movie being called Fallout, I always want to cross those two. I always want to say Jurassic World Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallen Kingdom. I don't know why.
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
But I did make that bet as we were sitting down and the trailers were starting.
That we would see the Mission Impossible trailer.
Mission Impossible trailer again.
I've seen that trailer 800 times.
At
probably.
least. It's played before almost every movie we've gone to see. I think there's maybe one that it didn't.
Now, the one thing I will say, though, is that the trailer that we've seen the last few times was not the trailer that we reacted to.
No.
That trailer we saw a bajillion times. This one I've seen maybe a dozen.
Okay.
So,
okay.
It's got a lot of the same scenes.
Yes.
But not all.
Yeah, so it's a new trailer in the theaters. If you just can't wait to see more Mission Impossible scenes, you can probably find that trailer somewhere, but
I don't think it's even particularly new. I just think we didn't react to it.
Whatever.
Anyway, so we went to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is the sequel to, I believe, 2015's Jurassic World. Stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, as well as some new people playing characters we haven't met before. There's always a fresh group of faces in these sorts of movies.
Yes.
So we're
a little bit of Jeff Goldblum.
A little bit of Jeff Goldblum. Don't go into this thinking that you're going to get a lot of Jeff Goldblum. That's not a spoiler. It's just us helping you not set your sights too high for the Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum elevates even the worst movies that he's in to at least enjoyable when he's on the screen. And this movie, not to say that this movie isn't enjoyable, it is.
Yes.
But and we'll talk about that. But don't go in thinking you're going to get a lot of Jeff Goldblum. He's in the right places.
Yeah.
A few times, but yeah, not a star of this movie. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you talk first about some of what you liked with the movie. Now, we are not doing spoilers in this video or any video. We want you to go and see the movie and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we will just tell you without spoilers some of the things that we enjoyed about the movie.
So I really liked kind of the action pieces that were happening in this movie. I felt like the animation for the dinosaurs was really I mean, it's just... I remember being blown away by Jurassic Park like years and years ago, and it's just gotten better since then. The animation has gotten so much better since then. I feel like they did really well with the volcanic eruption. I thought that was kind of cool to see and kind of see how everything was reacting to it.
There's a scene with lava in this film that made me very nervous.
Yeah.
No spoilers. But,
yeah.
But yeah, it was done well enough that,
it
was a little nerve-wracking.
A little bit, yeah. Definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. Definitely, it was enough realism that you could believe that it was happening. So I felt like they did really well with a lot of that.
And as for animation, he's not in this film, but I think the animation for Samuel L. Jackson has also improved since the first Jurassic Park movie.
Yes.
I think he looks a lot more realistic when I see him now. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I saw a great picture of him the other day. He was wearing a shirt of himself. So it was like Samuel L. Jackson Inception. It was very cool and interesting.
That's awesome.
So aside.
I wanted to point out the score.
Yeah.
Michael Giacchino did the score. I don't know off the top of my head whether he did the score for the first Jurassic World, but he did, I thought, a great job. It didn't jump out at me, it didn't take me out of the scene, but it felt right, and it felt like Jurassic Park to me. It felt like
like you could hear hints of the old theme in there, and of course John Williams got the credit for that.
Sure.
But it was, I'm pretty sure that's
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I waited to see it on the credits. I'm pretty sure that he did get the credit for that, but it was mixed really well with some of the new themes, and I felt like all of it kind of fit together well. It punctuated the right scenes. It kind of underscored some of the more tense scenes, and I felt like it was really done.
And so that's 2 for 2 for Giacchino, because his score for Incredibles 2 was awesome.
Yes.
And then his score for this was really good. So
yeah,
way to
job,
go,
guy.
Michael Giacchino. Awesome. I enjoyed this movie for a lot of the same reasons you did. I enjoyed the action. I also felt like they toned down some of the things from the first Jurassic World that people had a problem with. I thought Bryce Dallas Howard's character was handled a lot better here.
Yeah.
There were, she wore high heels a few times, but not in any of the action scenes or anything like that.
No, that's true. This is true.
And that didn't really bother me in the first one anyway, but it bothered some people. So if that bothered you in the first one, you don't have to worry about that.
She was definitely, this shouldn't be a spoiler, but she's definitely more outfitted for the action scenes.
Yes, and I think Chris Pratt's always charming and solid in whatever he's in. I don't know if he's ever going to be that Oscar-winning guy, but he's always solid. I always find him likable. I always find him believable
True
in
character.
what he's in.
Yeah.
And I liked him in this. I thought scenes that required him to have emotion, we know from the trailer that he's going to find Blue. I thought the scenes that required him to have emotion weren't overplayed. They were played just well, just right. I thought he was solid. I thought the new characters were okay. They didn't really have a whole lot to do
there was
with this, but I mean that's kind of always the case. Jurassic Park movie, we have our main people and then we have a bunch of other people.
Right, and the thing is, like, we had actually watched a mostly, I feel like it was a non-spoiler review from Jeremy Johns, and he had said he had some thoughts about those new characters, and for a little bit I was kind of in agreement with him, like, why are you even here? However, they really did serve a purpose, and I felt like, I was like, you know what? Let's give these guys a chance. There's a reason for them, or else they wouldn't put them in here.
And we don't have a laptop open for the actress's name, but I thought the young girl that was in this did a solid job as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Iris was her name. Yes?
Iris. I think was the name of the nanny. Maisie is the name of the
Maisie,
little girl.
That's right. Yes,
so
Maisie.
the little girl character.
Yeah. So the girl who played Maisie did a fine job. I thought she was solid. Sometimes kid actors can be
Yeah, there could be I feel like probably
they're varying degrees of quality.
Yeah, you got to balance cute and quality with the younger
I
set.
thought she was solid, and I thought she had good chemistry with the others. So
yeah,
I thought that worked.
definitely.
We won't go into talking about villains and situations and that sort of thing. I will say though, and this, some people fall in different places on the spectrum on this deal. But I felt like the trailers for this movie gave away a lot of it.
Yeah.
I really felt like, I could kind of know where I was in the course of the movie by things that I had seen in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're here now, and I remember seeing that in the trailer, so this is going to happen. Or it's raining in this scene, which means this scene is coming, or that sort of thing. And I think that's hard to escape in movies now because they want so badly to sell you on their film when it's released in the summer that wherein there's a lot of stuff coming out.
A lot of stuff clogging up.
So you can't really blame them for wanting to be competitive. I just wish they would have showed us a little bit less because I felt like I really understood the beats of this film before I saw it. That did not make it a bad film.
No, it's definitely enjoyable.
I just felt like I knew what was coming. Like maybe like somebody who's read the book and now they're seeing the movie. Like I understood the beats that were coming.
Yeah.
But definitely. It didn't make it any less enjoyable.
No, not at all. It was definitely a lot of fun. Really good to see. There wasn't any point in this that I was thinking, why am I here? So it was definitely worth a watch and definitely enjoyable.
Now we did not see this film in 3D. That is an option, so we can't really comment on whether 3D added anything to this or not. We saw it in 2D, and it was fine for us. I didn't feel like I was probably missing anything.
No.
In 3D, but if 3D is your thing, it is available in 3D, so you can check it out that way. Now, the way we score films on our channel is if it's a movie that we don't think you need to bother with in the theater, or maybe even at all, we call that a fizzle. If it's a movie that we feel like maybe you should check out when it hits streaming, but you don't need to spend the big bucks to go to the theater, then that's a pop. And if it's something that we feel like you should definitely see on the big screen, pay the money, enjoy the experience, that's a double pop. So that's how we rate films here. So this is where I turn to Heidi and I ask her, Heidi, this movie for you, was it a fizzle, was it a pop, was it a double pop?
It was definitely a double pop. You have to see these dinosaurs on the big screen. You have to see the lava and all the things that they have going on, but especially just the dinosaurs themselves. You miss the grandeur of everything that they've put together and make you want to believe is actually happening if you see it on a smaller screen. So whatever you can do to go see it on a big screen, do it, and then of course enjoy the score while you're there.
Right. Now, for me, I'm going to pull a Heidi, and I'm going to say it's a pop and a half for me. Somewhere in between, I know, shock and awe. I say that only because, yes, for me, it was worth it to see it on the big screen because I wanted to see the dinosaurs life size practically, and enjoy that part of the spectacle of this movie. But for some people, if they're not into that as much as I am, then maybe it's something that they want to wait for. I felt like the story was good. I felt like it worked. I felt like all the acting was serviceable, and overall it was a fun watch.
Yeah.
I just think that mileage will vary depending on how you feel about the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies in the first place. So I'm going to say a pop and a half for me. I know. I stole your thing. All right. Well, that will do it for us. Be sure, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. And consider subscribing to the channel. We're a small channel, but we love to grow. We love bringing people on board. So if you like this review, be sure and share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter and wherever you share media. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, be sure and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified the next time we do a movie review or a trailer reaction or any of the other crazy stuff that we get up to on this channel. Okay? Until next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.